Well, that's that for the Microsoft conference. Oh, well, it was quite good today's first that they just started off and just said, this whole thing's going to be about games. So immediately abandoning the Kinect, then didn't mention it once by name. There were a few, I saw a couple of indie games that used the Kinect quite interestingly, but didn't mention it by word at all, which I think is hilarious. Just seeing Microsoft backtrack so hard is absolutely hilarious. No, what's the Kinect? We never made the Kinect. Not us. It's not us. I did notes. 3 pages. Both sides of that and that as well. Yeah. Yeah, so what games did they do? Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. What? The one thing I have for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, because I had the gameplay trailer thingy, and there was this big sort of they had the sci-fi angle is very nice. I like sci-fi games. Sci-fi is very good, but then having this bodysuit mech thing walk past, and I just looked at it and went, paint that blue and your Flom Planet side. And as soon as I thought of that, I was going like, okay. And then I started thinking, wait, the drop pods, that's from Titanfall. And then the big sentinel, then the big sort of roboty swarm things came across, went, making the same noise as the sentinels from The Matrix. And then the big robot came across, the big 3-legged robot thing, and I just went, that's from fucking Metal Gear Solid. So all in one gameplay trailer, you had Call of Duty Advanced Warfare ripping off Titanfall, The Matrix, PlanetSide 2, and Metal Gear Solid. Something... Please, just make something bloody original. Please! For the love of God! It's... Yes, we know your COD and the sci-fi, yes, is good, but please, can you at least design it slightly differently? It's like swarmy robots going to do quite a thing, but the head would squid like the frick... That tweaked me. It was like, when I first saw it, and I was very interested, saying, ooh, sci-fi, and then I went, ooh, ripped off everything I like. It's really annoying. It made me not like it. Bloody ripping shit off. Then there was Forza 5. They made a big thing saying, look, we're in 1080. My response to that is, no one cares! No one gives an arse. Well, I don't give an arse if it's 1080 or 720. Frankly, I don't give a shit. If a game is bad, it will just be a shiny turd. Then they had... Oh yeah, then they released the free Nürburgring download. Again, don't care. I don't do racing games really that often, especially racing sims like Forza. Not my thing. But at least it's a Nürburgring. Almost went to the Nürburgring. I neither drive nor have a car. So, I like F1, that's why. And then Driver Tour, that was still funny. They had the Evolve beta, which is on there. Which I always thought, when I saw that, I thought that's quite weird. Because the first thing I thought was, wouldn't you just be on Steam? You'll buy people who do Left 4 Dead. One of the most famous games on Steam. Go to Steam. Makes more sense. Surprised how... Then as Assassin's Creed Unity, I thought we weren't going to get anything from Unity until the Ubisoft conference later. But we had Unity saying, look, you can have 4-person co-op. Although from the stuff that I saw, it looks like it doesn't matter if you have 4-player co-op or not. Which is just stupid. It's like they're just tacking on 4-player co-op. It's like, can I play it by myself? Yeah. It's the fucking point. It's what is the point in the 4-player co-op? It looks like there was absolutely no point whatsoever, which was just fucking stupid. And as a thing as well, it looked like Microsoft had a massive fucking hard-on for doing 4-player co-op. Everything was 4-player co-op because you had that, you had Assassin's Creed Unity. big 4-player co-op. Talking about Halo multiplayer. Scalebound looks like it's going to do 4-player as well. Look, the Division, Jesus Christ. No one talks like that in multiplayer. Please, can you just either just have just someone on stage talking, or don't have any talking at all? No one talks that nice, ever. If you want it to sound like you people actually playing multiplayer, have someone in the squad going, shoot the fucker, shoot him now. Because that is what multiplayer sounds like. It's not, oh look, go over here, yes, we'll do this tactically, sneak around. And plus, playing the game will never be like that. Ever. Unless that was single-player campaign. If that was single-player campaign, it's yet more bloody co-op, 4-player sodding co-op, then if that was meant to be multiplayer, then like the people that were shooting at were enemies as well, never gonna fucking look like that. It's gonna be two people at the end of a street shooting at each other, because that is the way it always is. That was slightly irritating. Yeah, and then the other Killer Instinct person saying, look, we're redoing Phantom Dust. No idea what the Phantom Dust is. Am I too young for that? I'm 24. If the original Phantom Dust has glazed me by in 2 decades, then worth rebooting? Is it worth rebooting? Yeah, the new Tomb Raider looks cool. Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's very sort of... It looks very good as a sequel. I like it. I like it very much. The original, the new Tomb Raider, the other one, that's still on my to-do list. I haven't really bought many games in quite a while. So, yeah. But that Tomb Raider one seems very good. They did a big thing about Halo. It's like half a page on Halo just on this. Because they said, oh look, we can have... the first line. The woman came on and the first line was, at the end of Halo 4, you have Master Chief. Mourning the loss of his friend. Spoilers! Jesus! There are some people who don't have it. I've played it, and I played it in 24 hours. Or finished it in 24 hours. Jesus Christ, just like the first start off, just the first line said, let us talk about Halo. Cortana dies. Some warning for people who haven't played it, although I'm thinking about it, is Halo. Who hasn't played it? Yeah, it's all like the thing where they said, oh look, we're doing this Master Chief edition, which is all of them, and then the Halo 2 anniversary on the Xbox One, to get new players, to get new people who haven't played Halo. Halo is the Xbox franchise. Xbox is built for Halo. What Xbox owner hasn't played fucking Halo at some point? I've never owned an Xbox, and I've played 3 of them! The only one I didn't play was 2. I played and finished 1, watched and played a bit of 4. Probably 3 as well, actually. I played 2, seen 3. I know I missed 1. I've never had an Xbox, and even I can play it. They're not releasing the new stuff for the Xbox One, releasing the old stuff for the Xbox One, isn't going to get you new players. It's going to get you the older players. It was like when they said, oh look, we will have Halo 2 with already released at 1080 and 60 frames a second, which again doesn't matter. And then they're going, look, we're releasing it with the multiplayer exactly as it was. Because back then it was competent. It might have just said that. It's just going, releasing it the old way because that was when it was competent. Yeah. Fable Legends seem really boring. I quite like Fable. The duality of the whole thing, I've always been quite interested in. I've always been very interested in duality. So the Fable franchise I've been very interested in. But then as soon as they said, and you can be the villain with this over-top perspective and all that sort of stuff, and place the traps and all sort of things, and do you know that has been done before? Many times. Because they got Dungeon Keeper, Goblin Keeper, then there's Dungeon Land for Steam. If you haven't played that, play that. It looks very nice. Oh yeah, the Blind Forest was it Oni? Orny? I think I miswrote it, but the Blind Forest, that little indie game, that looks really nice. That really nice. I think there's only at the moment 2 games I'd want. Sunset Overdrive is one I really, really want. Sunset Overdrive I really like. That seems very, very good, and I really want it. But yeah, I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get. There's not enough games for me to justify getting an Xbox One. For the same reason why there's not enough games on the PS4 at the moment, which this makes me no reason. It's like I've had all the PlayStations, but there is neither reason to buy the PS4 or the Xbox One yet for it to be worth it. Because most of the other games I can get, because people are going to go, but you should get Titanfall. I can play that on PC. There's a long list of games that I can just go and look. It's exclusive to Xbox. And the first thing that I thought when they said, "Oh look, you can have 4-player co-op." Yeah, just say you're going to come out on the PC next year. But if you look at Dead Rising 3, that's going to get released on the Xbox on the PC in a couple of weeks. I'll probably get that. I keep meaning to get Dead Rising 2. Dead Rising 1 can go blow a chode. Until that comes on the PC, I'm never going to get it. They should do that. Yeah. Yeah, there's one thing I thought was very interesting. Yeah, looking at this, is the Dance Central Spotlight. I don't really like the Dance Central. My sister's the one that likes the Dance Central. I don't really like Spotlight, but it's digital only, which I thought was very intriguing because I think that sounds like the sort of game which Xbox has always wanted to do. It's like a big major title, but digital only, no discs or anything. So I think that is probably the gauging point for Xbox, I would think. Because if Dance Central Spotlight does well, it's going to be a game that is sold digitally for the Kinect. It's the game built for Xbox One. A digital Kinect game. So that is going to be the more interesting thing than anything else. If that does well, then it sort of proves Xbox right in the long run. Because it proves that somehow, in some sort of future, that is the future. The Kinect Online stuff is somehow the future. Yeah. Although by then the Steam box is going to be out, and that's probably and the sort of digital online stuff is going to be sort of standard at some point. So, yeah. Anything else of major to talk about? Not really. Crackdown 3 looks insane. Seems pretty fun. The Dead Rising 3 DLC looks absolutely and totally pointless. It's just to get more Capcom money, that's it. It's like, look, you can now dress up and do Street Fighter stuff. Well, if I wanted to do Street Fighter stuff, I'd play Street Fighter 4. It's well, a lot of the stuff in this is just nostalgia dollars. That's just nostalgia money. Got Phantom Dash as a remake, Crackdown 3, got the Halo. The only thing surprising, they didn't mention the Halo TV series at all this time, did they? Must be slightly more expensive and must take a slightly more longer time than they expected. Because not a single... The only Halo 5 series they mentioned was the Halo Nightfall. which is essentially the Halo version of the Animatrix, just the series film prequel version. It's the Animatrix for the Halo franchise. So, not much problem there. Yeah. So as an instant response, please stop with the fucking 4-player co-op. Please. I'm not even just saying that from someone who doesn't really have any friends to play online with. I'm saying it from a standpoint of just all 4-player co-op games end up becoming the same freaking thing. Just 4 people running around, just 4 people running around in their, not even, sort of their specific roles, just going straight forward. Then you got crap like the 4-player for Assassin's Creed. It seems totally fucking pointless. Absolutely pointless. Which is just a lot of the stuff that Microsoft announced was just seemed without bloody filling time, or using ideas that they were late to the party with, like Fable Legends. It's done before, even on Steam. Essentially, it's doing Dungeon Bloody Keeper. Yeah. It just seems like they're just filling time. It's quite sad. Yeah, that's that. Oh, Christ. I got another fucking conference, not half an hour for me. Better wrap this up quickly, because I have to render this stuff and put this on. I have 30 minutes to finish this, or to get this rendered and get this done, to put it up. Yay! As a quick instant reaction summary, Xbox... it's not Xbox on or Xbox off, it's just Xbox...